Good morning. It's 7:51. It's Monday, and I'm mentally winded because I just set up this new keyboard that I ordered from Amazon. And one thing you should know about me is that I have no patience for anything technology based, in terms of like hooking up something, setting up something, cords, anything like that. If it has more than one cord, I'm already annoyed. So I had to unhook the keyboard and mouse that went with this computer, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but there are 5,000 cords behind this computer. 4,995 of them I don't even think are necessary. I don't even know what they're attaching themselves to, but I'm not touching them. But they were tightly bound, and I had to like unvelcro some things to make sure I got the right thing out, and it just increases my anxiety. But I said all that to say I successfully got it done. And here's my new cute little keyboard. There it is. And then it came with this mouse. So again, I wanted to have something that kind of went with the color scheme of the classroom. So those are the colors in the room. So that's done, and my mug warmer is officially back in action. So you can see it's keeping it warm. And you know, in a year like the one that I'm having, where everything is agitating to me, I'm suffering from burnout, you know, questioning my life choices professionally, little things like that are what's going to get me through to the last day of school, quite honestly. That's just me being honest. So I just popped in to show you that because I'm satisfied with myself right now, and I'm proud of myself. It's Monday morning. I'll probably talk about what we're going to, this is the wrong slide. I'll probably talk about what we're going to do later on. I really just wanted to show you my keyboard and say good morning. The weekend went well. I did do quite a bit of work Saturday and Sunday, and I do feel better. Like, I do feel a little bit more like myself and equipped to have a good week. So the feeling that I was hoping it would elicit, it did. So that's all I can hope for. And I spent a lot of time this weekend just doing little things that make me feel like myself. Like, I really haven't felt like myself this entire school year. And so I just did little things over the weekend that make me feel like Latanya, like making sure my car was washed, and you know, things around my house were as organized as I like them to be, and lesson planning and really thinking things through. I got up this morning at 4:30 and got on that freaking Peloton and got that knocked out of the way. Because even though I was exercising relatively consistently, it wasn't consistent in comparison to what I typically would do in terms of frequency and when I was doing it. And those are little things, although they're annoying to some degree. Like, it's annoying waking up at 4:30 in the morning. I know that I never regret it, and it always sets me up to have a better day than I would had I not done it. So this morning when that alarm went off, I snoozed it one time, and I had to get myself out of bed, and I did my little 60 minutes on the bike, and I feel much better. So that was the bell. The kids are here. So far my Monday's off to a great start because my keyboard is cuter and it's set up, and my coffee mug warmer is working. And right now, that is how we're gauging success in my teacher life. So it is what it is. school, it's 104. I don't think I vlogged this, but it's a minimum day today and I didn't realize it was. And initially I was a little panicked because I had planned more than what I thought a minimum day could accommodate. But I did get everything done, so that's good news. As far as the update on my keyboard, I still love it, it's cute. I just have to get used to typing on it. Like, it's more narrow, I think, than a standard keyboard. So like, just the muscle memory of how I place my hands on a keyboard needs to be adjusted because this is more narrow. And my nails are pretty long for this one. So it's almost like I have to type more with my nails, whereas before I was typing with my fingertips. In case any of you are interested in getting this keyboard and you have long nails and you're used to a wider keyboard. So I'm going to get used to it because it is cute and it makes me happy. Right now I have to go to a staff meeting that I actually have to present at. So I don't even want to go to the meeting in general, let alone be responsible for a portion of it. It's me and another teacher and we present the equity lesson, and we're a couple lessons behind. So I'm gonna head over there because there's a couple of things that I need to have opened on my computer and just kind of get through the staff meeting. On behalf of Teachers of America, to any parent that's out there, this didn't happen to me today, but it happened to me about a couple weeks ago, where a parent emailed me like on a Sunday night at 9:45. By, I would say, 8:30 the next morning, the parent was calling the office, leaving a feverish message saying, I need the teacher to call me back. And they called a couple of times that day to the office to say, please call me back, or please have Miss Robinson call me back. I think they even reached out to admin at some point. So then admin is sending me an email saying, please call this parent back. So I had to explain to admin, the parent sent me that email.
Hello.
Hi, not here.
Oh, he's probably in the childcare room.
He's in childcare and he might be going to Mr. Martin's room.
Oh, okay.
See you later. The parent emailed me that at 9:45 on Sunday night, so I didn't see it. And then when I saw it the next day, I was teaching from 8 to 2:30, and so the email I got from the principal was like at 2:45, and I was in a meeting. So I was like, I need a minute. So all that to say, like, dear parents, when you send an email, even though you feel like you are in a crisis and it's an urgent matter that you need to have responded to right away, I think you have to remember that we are occupied from like the hours of, let's say, 8 to 3 with children in front of us, and some of the questions that you'd like to have answered, we can't really answer it in the time allotted. And that we need a minute. We need, I mean, a good 24 hours before you start wondering if we're gonna respond or not. So that happened to Taylor. The parent emailed her at like 3:45 in the morning and has sent a couple messages already saying to the office saying like, I need the teacher to call me back. Like, we intend to call you back, we just got to get to the end of the day. And it's those kinds of things that are making us tired. It's like, sometimes people think that there's 10 of us and that we can do all these things at once, or they don't understand what it's like to be in a room with 30 some odd bodies in front of you that you have to be teaching or responding to or assisting. So that was my public service announcement. But let me go to this room, to the staff meeting that I'm in charge of presenting a portion of, and yeah. It's 3:41. The staff meeting is over. I presented my portion with my colleague and that went okay. I feel like I could have done a better job presenting, but we got it done. But I did leave that staff meeting triggered, and I still am triggered. I'm just really like worked up, and I don't even know, I'm not even sure if I'm going to include this portion in the vlog. But what I'm really tired of is districts looking at data and then pointing the finger at specific groups, ethnic groups, and talking about you know, what are we going to do to close the gap? What are we going to do to get them on grade level? Teachers, what can we be doing differently in the classroom? And so we were having that conversation today, and today it was specifically focused on Black students. And maybe I'm just overly sensitive or overly like reactionary to data being presented like that, but I think for me it was a combination of it being solely focused on Black students and seeing, because at one point, you know, at a different meeting, we were asked to identify the student group on campus that we are most concerned with in terms of their academic performance. And in both sides, the language arts and the math side, Black African American students was the highest ranking group that teachers were concerned about. So that had been done, and then today, or that had been done, and then we had to give a statement why. So today in the staff meeting, we were looking at the data of the performance of Black students on previous district assessments and looking at their averages and where they are in relationship to where they should be. But then we also got to see some of the comments people made as to why they were concerned with this group. And I think it's just the combination of those two things being presented to a staff of people where... Hello. Okay. Now I'm home. It's about 4:30. And I think I was in the middle of explaining why the staff meeting triggered me. And I think where I left off is that in January we had a staff meeting. We had to identify the student group on campus that we were most concerned with in terms of their academic performance. Both language arts teachers and math teachers ranked Black African American students as highest on their list of concerns. And then today we were able to read some of the comments as to why Black or African American students were chosen. And I don't remember the exact quotes, and I don't really know what like the tone was when they were written, but I think what was triggering me in the staff meeting is that some of the comments, like, they came across to me as like, it's a lost cause, like this is the way it's always been, this is how Black students have always performed academically, it's just been this ongoing problem, which to me insinuates it's just a problem with Black students. Just, that's it. Not a problem with the education system, not a problem with anybody's teaching practices, like anything like that. Which is offensive because it kind of touches on that idea that this is just how they are. It's just inherent in them. And I'm not saying that that's what anybody was intending to say in what they wrote, but that is how it came across. And I think it's, people don't always think about, and they wouldn't, but like, I think what was triggering to me is like to be in a room where you're one of a few Black teachers on campus and to hear just these generalized statements made about Black students when you were at one point a Black student, and that some of these comments that are being made are the precise reason why you felt like you had to function like you did in school. It just really got me. So I did raise my hand and express that frustration, really in the sense of this is a persistent problem, not just in this district, but across the board, in the state, in the country. And it's not going anywhere because, once again, systematically, education is broken in this country. Standardized testing needs to be looked at and evaluated, on top of the fact that we are continuing to push students onto the next grade, knowing that there's academic deficits in the previous grade, but then testing them on current grade curriculum, knowing they aren't functioning at grade level, and then asking, why is that happening and how are you going to fix that? Well, I can't fix 5 years of a learning deficit in 10 months. Like, I literally have some 8th graders in my class who, per iReady, are reading at a 3rd, 4th grade level. So there's going to be a gap, and I can't make up all those years of academic loss or academic deficit in 10 months in a class with 30 other kids. And so the point that I made is I'm frustrated because a lot of what I feel like the district is doing right now is to appease or to look good on paper, but not really getting into the depth and the nitty gritty of what it means to really look at culturally responsive practices, culturally responsive teaching practices, really promoting the idea that teachers need to have an understanding of how to leverage cultural experiences, making content relevant. The district isn't really willing to go deep into that, in my opinion. They're willing to talk about it. They're willing to kind of touch on it at a somewhat surface level, but where we need to go is at the deeper level. And also on the same side, I did say there are some parents of color, some really just don't know what specifically to do to support their kids at home, but they really believe that they are doing everything they should be doing just by the nature of they moved their child into a high functioning district. Some of them really think that that's all that they need to do. And then some of them, like any parent from any parental group or any ethnic group, are just not doing enough at home for whatever reason. So just that data being presented and just the question being thrown back at us, like, what are you going to do and how are you going to solve this? It's just really agitating to me. I think just because I've had such a year where I'm like, every problem needs to be solved by the teacher. Like, we are the solution to every single thing. So I left there high stressed or annoyed. I still feel that, like, and it's a feeling in my chest, like just this tense feeling that I'm going to try and get over. And to top it all off, I came out of the staff meeting and it was raining outside, and it was not supposed to rain. I got my car washed on Saturday. And when I get my car washed, I don't just willy-nilly go down to the car wash. Latanya checks the weather report to confirm that there's no real rain in the forecast for a week. And I checked my phone on Saturday. And on Saturday, when I checked my phone, there was a 35% chance of rain on Friday, which I was fine with because I said, at that point, you've had a clean car for about a week and it's a 35% chance of rain. So it's more likely that it won't rain than it will. And there was a, I believe, 45% chance of rain on Saturday, which again, I wasn't really tripping about because I don't really go a whole lot of places on the weekend. So my car was probably going to be in the garage. So to come out of that staff meeting and it's raining on my freshly washed car, it's too much. So I came home, my car's in the garage, I did dry it off, and now I need to take a shower and put on my new pajamas. I did get a new pajama set from Old Navy, another matching set. I bought 2, so I'm gonna put that on. Maybe I'll show it to you, maybe I won't. It just depends on if I want to be on camera post shower. But I will show you a shirt that I got from Amazon. Friday is book character day. And when I went on Amazon to see what they had, there was something I wanted that I was willing to wear, and I couldn't really think of a book character to dress up as using things that I had at home. I'm not dressing up as any sort of Dr. Seuss anything because I am continue to be in protest of him. I don't want to be Mrs. Frizzle, which was the other option. They were all very elementary based book characters. So I just ordered a t-shirt that is reading related. And I'm going to show it to you before I take my shower. So I got it in this pink color because I thought it was cute. I got it in an extra large because I want it to be baggy, and the sizing on Amazon is always suspect. So it's this. It's a nod to the Reading Rainbow, and it says, take a look, it's in a book. The Reading Rainbow, but it doesn't say that exactly. So I'm still a little concerned because I have a dress from Ann Taylor Loft that was supposed to be delivered last Tuesday, and it's still missing in action. There is no update on the tracking. As far as the try-ons, I tried on the other dress. It's fine as long as I don't raise my arms when I wear it, which I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to keep it yet. The pants, they fit, but I'm like, do I want them? Do they fit the way that I want them to fit is the question. So, but everything else was fine. But yeah, it's Monday and I'm feeling very irritated right now. But I have to make sub plans for tomorrow because I'm out tomorrow for leadership planning. So I need to get in the shower, get in some pajamas, go downstairs, continue to watch Insecure because that makes me feel better, makes me happy, and get those things done. So I'm gonna to end the vlog here, and if I decide to show you my pajamas, it'll just be a clip that I insert maybe as I'm talking right here, or maybe after the fact, but I just want to, I don't think I'm going to want to talk anymore. So if you enjoyed today's vlog, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you'd like to leave a comment, please feel free to do so. Make sure to turn the notification bell on. And as always, I hope that you're well. And if you're not well, please be well. And I will see you guys in the next vlog. Also, I want to thank everybody. I posted on Instagram over the weekend. One of my relatives passed away this weekend. And it may seem like I'm handling it well, because I am. Because this was, you know, we weren't necessarily surprised. She was 80 years old and had a lot of health issues. It wasn't something that was out of the blue, and a lot of us have peace in the fact that just before she passed a couple weekends ago, we all got together, my extended family, to celebrate her 80th birthday. So we know that she saw quite a few of us, and she was happy and she had a good time, and so that's the memory we have of her. So to everyone that sent their condolences over the weekend, I truly appreciate it. My family's doing well. That was my dad's brother. And that was the last of his sisters. So he had 3 sisters, and then he has himself and 2 brothers, and all of the sisters have passed, surprisingly. The brothers, you know, typically women outlive men, but all the sisters passed before the brothers. So yeah. Thank you very much to those of you that said something kind or sent your thoughts and prayers and condolences to my family. So, but yeah. If you're not well, please be well, and I will see you guys in the next vlog. Until then, bye.